Japan is selling a human washing machine. Sperm racing is coming to the University of Texas. And because of a man shortage in Latvia, you can hire an hourly husband. These are the weird stories on Monday for Weird AF News, the only daily weird news podcast hosted by a guy in a closet. Here we go. Japan unveils the human washing machine, and now you can get washed just like laundry. Sounds like it's gonna hurt, but let's learn a little bit about the human washing machine, and if we need one in our lives. We might need one. So Japan's Science Incorporated has launched a futuristic human washing machine after its successful debut at the Technology Expo in Osaka fairly recently. This next-generation human washing machine captured the attention at the World Expo and has now hit the open market in Japan. It's developed by Japanese tech company Science. It's a capsule-style device that lets users lie inside, close the lid, and enjoy a full-body cleanse while being accompanied by soothing music. That's great and all, but can you pee in it? I want to know if you... I'm not buying it unless you can pee in it. Now, I'm looking at a photo of this human washing machine, and it looks a little too similar to the suicide pod, which isn't a good look. But I'm sure it does the job of cleaning you. It's like a supersized bidet, full body bidet, maybe you would say. I don't mean to rhyme there. Yes, I do. Now, I'm going to say this device isn't going to be for everybody because it looks slightly claustrophobic, and there might be a chance you'll drown. But let's keep reading and find out who this is for. Is it for domesticated humans or just wild humans? How much does it cost? And will you survive the spin cycle, or do you have to wear a helmet inside this thing? Now, its nickname is the Human Washer of the Future. I'm not sure people in Japan know how to properly use nicknames. Nicknames are supposed to shorten everything. You have Human Washer of the Future as a nickname? That's almost a full sentence, bro. This device drew massive crowds during the 6-month-long Technology Expo. They have a 6-month-long Technology Expo? That's insane. Why so long? That's outrageous. 6 months? Half the year? Technology Expo? I guess they're always inventing crazy things in Japan, so maybe it's appropriate. Now, this expo attracts 27 million visitors, and so a lot of people saw this human washer of the future. According to the company's spokeswoman, Sachiko Mekura, the new machine not only cleans the body, but also washes the soul, using sensors to monitor the user's heartbeat and vital signs throughout the body washing process. All right, let's read about the process, how this machine works. I'm sure you're riveted on the edge of your bidet. Number 1, you enter the capsule. The user lies down inside a 2.3 meter long enclosed pod designed for a full body wash. Step number 2, the automatic wash begins. The machine uses micro bubbles. Ooh, guys, micro bubbles. I think those are really tiny bubbles. They're better than regular bubbles. It also uses a fine mist shower to gently clean the entire body. Health monitoring is next. Built-in sensors track the user's vital signs during the wash to ensure your safety. Well, if that doesn't turn you away from the device, I mean, it needs to monitor your vital signs because it looks like it might kill you. That's the reason for this. All right, number 4, relaxation experience. While the wash is in process, calming visuals and soothing music are played inside the capsule. Lovely. Sounds like something no one would ever hack. Number 5 is the drying process. After washing, the machine dries the user automatically, completing the entire experience in around 15 minutes. How about that? It's a quickie. I mean, looking at the thing, I would have assumed it was a half-hour-long experience. I mean, how are you going to get the body fully dry and wash in 15 minutes? But pretty good. It's the express version, I assume. Not for nothing. I can wash myself in 5 minutes. You know, I take half-hour showers anyways because I spend the other 25 minutes just like processing my existence and wondering how the hell I ended up recording a podcast inside a closet for 2,400 listeners. Okay, back to the process. Following the drying process, number 6, you exit refreshed. Yeah, you better exit refreshed for the price of this thing. The user steps out fully clean, fully relaxed, and monitored. No towels or manual effort needed. You don't even need a towel. Isn't that crazy? All of that. And then you slip as you're trying to get out of the pod, crack your head on the bathroom floor and die right there. Thanks, machine wash body. Or whatever the hell the nickname is. All right, as for a price tag on this bad boy, the parent company, Yamada Holdings, estimates a price tag of the human washing machine somewhere around 60 million yen, which is about 400,000 USD. And it's unclear whether or not that includes shipping and installation of your human washing machine. So $500,000 for this human washing machine. I'm going to say no. It's much too similar to just a normal shower, it would seem to me. No, it's totally different. Oh, how is it different from a shower? Well, A, it's way more expensive. B, it takes up twice the space. And C, it can totally drown you. All right, you make a good argument. You make a good argument for the human body washer. The Scrubbinator. That's a way better nickname. You want to nickname the Scrubbinator. Something like that is more appropriate.
Get down, I'm going to spray your ass.
All right, the Scrubbinator, as I'm calling it, comes in 2 modes. Quick and painless and slow and terrible. That's helpful. And the target market is for the elderly, they say. The elderly or people with medical conditions and they can't really wash themselves. So for them, yeah, perhaps helpful. Grandpa can't wash himself anymore. You can't make it over there every day to scrub him down. You could just, Grandpa can get inside the washing machine and, hold his breath for 15 minutes and hope it all works out. Now, some of you might be sad to hear that they're only selling 50 of these Scrubbinators, these exfoliators, which I assume is a factor in the lofty price tag from one of these bad boys. But I'm sure the price will come down when they make more. When this who knows, this might become a common device in the household. I don't know, which could lead to some strange news stories. In other news, after a massive power outage, 27 naked wet people were found dead inside their human washing machines, sadly. Sperm racing comes to the University of Texas. It's going to be a new tradition for men's health awareness. You guys, we need to make awareness of men's health, all right? We have health too. In case you didn't know, would you think just women have health? No, men have health also, and everyone needs to be aware of it. Be aware of our health. Is it me, or is there like a new awareness every day, something I need to be aware of? Has anyone stopped to think whether or not this is all productive at all? I mean, at some point it just becomes noise. All of the awareness is drowning each other out, and now we get no awareness because we had too much awareness. It's like, it's Honey Badger Awareness Week, but it's also breast cancer awareness and it's testicular cancer awareness. It's also bald men awareness and one-armed lady awareness day as well. All of these are important. And awareness of men. We need more awareness of men. Yeah, men have been at the top of the awareness for a few thousand years. I think we could take a back seat for a bit. But, I mean, what do I know? Maybe this sperm racing event is important and maybe people care. What is sperm racing? You're probably curious. I did a story about it back in April because there was going to be the world's first professional sperm racing event in Los Angeles. I never did a follow-up story on it, but it did happen, and the complete race is available to watch on YouTube. I'll post a link to it in the Patreon. You can find it if you'd like. I don't know if you want to watch sperm racing. It's kind of weird. But you guys are pretty sick in general, I've noticed. So sperm racing, or the world's smallest sport, uses a microscopic track, recording sperm cells live through a camera enhanced with a 3D rendering process. These races garner over 1 billion online impressions, taking place at college campuses. This latest event brings the sport to Austin, Texas, hosting a University of Texas versus A&M sperm race January 30th with a $10,000 cash prize. Damn, I could totally use this $10,000, but I don't think my sperm's going to cut it. Basically, most of my sperms are like gutter balls in bowling. They have no sense of direction. They have no interest. Also, plot twist, I got a vasectomy anyway, so I don't think, they just live inside my body all the time. I feel bad for them. They think they're coming out, but they're not, just eternal scrotum prisoners. So sad. Here's a quote from an individual, some bro who's running the event. He's got to be a bro. He says, the reason why sperm racing exists is because we wanted to address the falling fertility rates and sperm health of Gen Z. This has been a trend since the 1970s, where people's sperm count, speed, all those qualities have been declining at a steady and rapid rate, unfortunately. Wait, is this true that the low fertility rates for Gen Z is because of the sperm health of Gen Z? I thought it was just because Gen Z just isn't interested in making babies whatsoever, and who the hell could blame them? Anybody who's half aware has got to be thinking, why would I bring another guest to this party, this horrible party that totally sucks? Do you see the line for the bathroom? Awful. Have you seen the people in charge of this party? The worst hosts possibly in history. All right, the article gives you some details on how the sperm racing works. Sperm samples are collected in a private room and handed off to biologists within seconds. A pipette transfers the sperm into a centrifuge to separate other cells from the sperm before placing it into a tube connected to a microfluidic device, a small plastic and silicone track. Utilizing a pump and manipulating the temperature and pressure to resemble the reproductive process, the sperm are coaxed to swim upstream as if in a very real biological race to reach an egg. Did you guys get all that? It's pretty complicated, but very exciting. They interviewed someone named Asa Dowling, a mechanical engineering freshman, and a UT sperm racer. This sperm racer says,
Oh, bro, I was totally born to be an athlete, a pro athlete. I wanted to play football, but, wasn't good enough. I realized, the only thing I could provide was my sperm. And, that was the only thing that I knew I was best at, And so that's why I decided to become a sperm racer. That's right. When I saw that Instagram post, bro, I was like, that's my calling, my dude. That's what's going to make my dad proud.
oh boy. I mean, you got to feel bad for the parents of Gen Z, don't you? And that just sums it up right there. How else? Did you hear about my son? Yeah, well, he's was he playing football? No, didn't make the team, but he's racing his sperm. So, I mean, we all have goals. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to be supporting him for the rest of his life, I think, and whatever other humans his speedy sperm create. Now, the facilitator of this event say all these sperm racers undergo very rigorous blood, urine, and semen testing, each sponsored by different diagnostics companies. The last event hosted racers from USC versus UCLA, and test results disclosed every vitamin in their body of each of the racers, along with their sperm motility and morphology. Well, good for them. I mean, they got super sperm, and now they can make $100 per donation at the sperm bank instead of $50. Did you know there's a height requirement to donate your sperm to a sperm bank? I found this out when I was living in New York City and needed some money. Yeah, 5'9" is the cutoff. As a 5'7" fella, I was extremely insulted. I felt discriminated against as well. Imagine when you learn that you live in a culture that only really values the tall. They only want the tall juice. That was pretty hard to swallow. Now, the majority of these sperm races take place around college campuses. This allows for the best access to men who are at their most fertile point in their lives, encouraging them to take action to improve the future of their health. And encouraging babies, I assume. That's part of it, right? The article ends by saying, while the cheeky nature of sperm racing is undeniable, they're hoping this new sport provides not only entertainment but information, raising awareness about a very real health crisis. So yay, sperm racing proliferates. The only race where they say it ain't over till it's ovum. A man shortage has sparked a strange new industry in Latvia. It's called the hourly husband. Statistically, the country of Latvia has a full-blown man drought. Did you know about the man drought in Latvia? There's 15.5% more women than men currently in Latvia. This is a gap more than 3 times the average across the European Union. Oh no, where have all the men gone? Where are the men? Has anyone seen the Latvian men? I don't know where they are. It says among the seniors, the divide becomes even more dramatic. Women over 65 outnumber men 2-1. Wow. Next up, how much is a flight to Latvia? Ladies! Yes, that's right. I make much money from podcasting closet. Ladies, I'm going to be honest, I don't even know where Latvia is. Is it an Eastern European nation? I should probably provide this, but I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm not a real newscaster. So, yeah, some of this stuff is not really reliable. I'm not even sure that was an authentic Latvian accent, to be honest, but hey, I gave it the old college try, even though I didn't graduate. Researchers say there's no mystery behind this imbalance. Latvian men simply don't live as long. Oh, poor guys just kick the can. There's no mystery. They're just croaking. They're croaking at a quick rate. What are these women putting them through? They're killing off these men. I blame the wives. So funny. The reason? Well, they simply don't live as long. I figured that. Okay. It says they smoke far more frequently than women. 31% of them smoke, compared to just 10% of women, and carry higher rates of overweight and obesity. Poor diet, inconsistent healthcare habits, and leftover post-Soviet lifestyle patterns have caused the men to die younger for decades, in fact. In a small country, this adds up very quickly. Fewer men reach middle age, and even fewer make it into retirement. The imbalance has quietly reshaped the population. Well, I don't know if they know this, but in China, there's a woman shortage, so maybe they can all get together and, make make something great again. I don't know. Now, because of this man shortage in Latvia, the women have a solution. If they don't have a man, they'll hire one. Across Latvia, services offering husbands for an hour have exploded in popularity rather recently. Companies like Commanda24 promise to send over, quote, men with golden hands. Wow. How'd you like that, ladies? You want a delivery of a man with golden hands? I am here for your services. Look, my hands. They're golden. They can do miracles to your body. What is this, some kind of prostitution going on or home-delivered massages? I need to know. This is a delightful piece of branding for workers who show up to fix leaky pipes, man. Fix leaky pipes. Is that a euphemism for something? The handyman comes over. I'm here to fix your leaky pipes. I'm here to lay the new pipe that you need in your life. No, it says these hourly husbands fix leaky pipes, mount televisions, repair cabinets, or bring any misbehaving household appliance back in line. So basically a handyman like everywhere else? What is this? This isn't special. Oh, my goodness. What did I do? Sorry, guys. I was misled by the title of the story. I thought they were hiring husbands for the hour to do, husband thing. Well, I mean, technically, these are husband things as well, right? Fixing appliances But I thought other things were going on here. Other services like, I don't know, hiring a guy to Netflix and chill. But no, this is just hiring a guy to come over and fix your stuff. This is we do this in L.A. It's called picking up a Mexican guy at Home Depot. Although it's hard to find them at Home Depot anymore because ICE rounded them all up because, they're very dangerous people. They know how to work cement, so you got to get them off the streets, right? Now back to the hourly husband. This concept in Latvia turns the traditional, quote, handy husband trope into a straightforward commercial transaction. No relationships required, no awkward dates involved, no need to pretend anyone is assembling an IKEA bookshelf for love of some sort. In a country where women jokingly describe a, quote, nationwide husband vacuum, this service has become a practical fix for the demographic gap that's going on currently. Interestingly, Latvia isn't the only country developing this odd little corner of a gig economy. The idea reached viral fame in the UK 3 years ago when a mother of three created a business called Rent My Handy Husband, where she rented out her husband James for DIY work. For $44 an hour, he tiled your bathroom, laid your carpet, decorated rooms. Became so busy, he routinely had to turn clients away. The business made international headlines, not because it was outrageous, but because it seemed to tap into a global shift. Latvia's man shortage isn't going anywhere anytime soon, unless male health dramatically improves. Male health, guys. Obviously, it's an epidemic. We need to get males healthy. Yeah, but I mean, how are you going to tell an Eastern European man not to smoke cigarettes all day long? So, what do you mean? I smoke cigarettes. What, all day long? So what? I smoke all day long. 14 packs a day smoking cigarettes. So what? I still play pickleball. It's no problem. Gotta get into news. What's up, my friends? How you doing? Thanks for spending some time with your buddy Jonesy on the Weird AF News podcast. And I appreciate your time, and I care. So I'm going to keep this outro extremely brief. I just want to say I hope you had a great weekend. I want to thank everybody who reached out to me. I want to give a shout out and thanks and praise to Bella from Minnesota, who just increased her Patreon membership. That's right. Those of you who are currently members of the Patreon, you can increase your membership. In other words, you can buy me more coffees than you already are, or whatever I'm spending that money on. Don't worry, it's good, productive stuff. It's to keep the lights on. It's to keep the bats out of my closet, and it's to keep me highly caffeinated so I can do horrible impressions of Eastern Europeans and really bad Arnold Schwarzenegger impressions as well, right? Don't you like that? You probably enjoyed the singing, but I mean, I should curtail some of that as well. I get a little crazy. But because I'm highly caffeinated. That's how you want me. So, and that's how Bella wants me as well. That's why she doubled her membership amount. And I'm so grateful. So just wanted to give her a shout out. If you guys want to join the Patreon like the very sweet Bella, go to patreon.com/weirdafnews or my official website, weirdafnews.com, where there you can join the Patreon, you can buy me a coffee, all that sort of thing. And if you'd like to email me because you came across a story, maybe you came across something that you think is appropriate for the show, some content, and you want to deliver this content to me, including a link, you can do it in my email, funnyjones@gmail.com, or my Instagram, @funnyjones on Instagram. I'm going to get it under 20. Bye.